Pastor Artur Pawlowski, thank you so much for joining us here today. Remind our viewers, how long were you jailed for when you were opposing COVID-19 related restrictions?
Well, which time, as you know, I have been charged over 40 times and arrested 5 times. The last one was 50 days, and on the 51st day, I was released. 45 days solitary confinement, metal cages, and of course, as you know, a max spot for the most dangerous offenders. And then eventually I end up in a psych ward without the evaluation of the doctors and the knowledge even of the AHS, which is, of course, completely illegal.
And now the parallels here between yourself and Pastor Reimer are very chilling. As we see another Calgary-based pastor being persecuted for very similar acts, what are your thoughts on this recent arrest of Pastor Reimer?
Well, I find it shocking. I'm not surprised because I know those individuals. I have been dealing with those bureaucrats for many years. I know how corrupted and evil and anti-Christian bigots they are. But what's shocking here is that Pastor Derek Reimer was assaulted, kicked out from a public library, and he was the one that was charged with hate crime. Just a few days ago, we had a protest where Antifa types of individuals came and attacked violently, physically, parents, mothers, and fathers in front of the police officers here in Calgary. But of course, according to the mayor Gondek, the wannabe tyrant, the wannabe mafia boss, as I call her, with her enforcers, police officers, while she thinks that this is a protected expression, freedom of expression. But when you oppose their views on sexualization of children or perverting children, if you dare as a Christian to oppose that, well, according to them, it's a hate crime. So it's shocking on so many levels. And as you know, I tried to do a press conference inside City Hall regarding to what's happening in our beloved Calgary. And of course, the police was waiting there for me. The security was aggressively attacking us. We were kicked out from City Hall. And when we were leaving the place, I got 30 days ban. Can you believe it? A trespass ban, but that was not good enough for the Calgary police working for Gondek. They're no longer work for us. And then when I did a press conference in front of the City Hall, Calgary City Hall, I received a year ban. I cannot enter the Calgary's, my own City Hall, for a year. Why? Because I dared to call a press conference as a leader of the Independence Party of Alberta to talk about this tyranny coming from the mayor of the city. And my question is very clear. Where is Danielle Smith? I mean, she was talking about freedom. She was talking about defending our rights and freedoms. She was talking about pastors that were unlawfully arrested. Now we have another one being arrested. I'm still on house arrest, facing the decision in May, but we hear absolutely nothing from our premier.
Well, and you make an interesting point there as well with the politicization of the police. Was this a direction that you ever, in your wildest dreams, could have imagined that Canada would tiptoe into?
Well, when I was attacked for feeding the homeless in 2005, I was warning Canadians. I mean, I received so far over 340 citations, over 100 court cases, and 16 arrests. So I was yelling, if you will, from the rooftops, Canadians, wake up. Communism is here. Communism is not coming. Fascism is not coming. Socialism is not coming. It's already here within our own gates. But at that time, Canadians were very comfortable. They got their houses, their cars, their vacations. So we're not really interested in hearing what a Polish immigrant that grew up behind the Iron Curtain under the boots of the Soviets behind in hell, if you will, on earth, had to say. But now I believe more and more people are realizing what I was trying to tell them. I receive phone calls and emails and texts every single day of people telling me, Pastor, you were right from the very beginning. Oh my God, what is happening to my beloved democratic, that used to be democratic country of Canada? So I kind of saw it from the very beginning. But of course, if we knew where we are moving, we would never move to this country. We would just stay behind, because Poland is a lot freer than Canada right now. And we emigrated to Greece, and Greece was free. We only came to Canada because of the rule of law. We wanted to live in a country that has protections under the criminal code and, of course, the Constitution, Charter of Rights and Freedoms. But look at us today. Like I quite often say, we are already living behind the Iron Curtain in China. Those people have a total disregard to rule of law and order. I mean, the police officers are no longer peace officers. They are some kind of a twisted, evil gangsters working for the politicians. It's shocking. Here is what I witnessed when they came to my press conference. They had buttons talking about electric cars. I love electric cars. And I remember so many times officers would tell me, oh, we're not allowed to express our opinions. We're not allowed to express our views. We cannot have a cross. We cannot show, anything on our uniforms unless, of course, it suits the political agenda, which is the green energy, homosexuality, transgenderism. All of those woke, evil, crazy things are totally okay, but our side is not.
That was an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show. I'm Ezra Levant. Every weekday, I do a monologue about the topic of the day. Then I interview a fascinating guest, either in studio or via Skype. And then I read your mail, whether it's fan mail or hate mail, which is sometimes even more interesting. This is on our premium service, though, called Rebel News Plus. Go to rebelnewsplus.com. It's $8 a month or less if you buy a whole year in advance. You get my show every weeknight, plus Sheila Gunn Reid's show every week. It's called The Gun Show. It's pretty amazing. We rely on you because we do not take a dime from the government. In Canada, that makes us almost unique. So please help us out and help yourself to some great journalism at rebelnewsplus.com.